Hey, gang. Sorry about that. Just want to welcome everybody to the 31 Days of Monsters. We've got a great year ahead of us. People that have coming back for the 5th year in a row, thank you so much. If you're new, I hope you enjoyed this year's selection of movies and that you will subscribe and definitely, click that like button. I had the trailer keyed up here and I don't know where the hell it went. That's what threw me for a loop here. There's always something. Here we go. All right. We usually start with the trailer. So here.
At 0300 this morning, TDRS picked up an automated navigation beacon broadcasting at 2-minute intervals in Neptune orbit.
This is incredible. It's the event horizon. She's come back.
The event horizon is the culmination of a secret government project to create a spacecraft capable of faster-than-light flight. The ship doesn't really go faster than light. What it does is it creates a dimensional gateway that allows it to jump instantaneously from one point of the universe to another light years away.
Where's she been for the last 7 years, Doctor?
That's what we're here to find out. After 7 years in deep space.
18 people on board this ship when it disappeared. I want them all accounted for. Opening outer door.
It came back, abandoned.
Any crew? Negative. This place is a tomb.
But it didn't come back alone.
Captain, I've got some problems here.
Ship has been beyond the boundaries of our universe. Who knows where it's been? And what it's brought back with it.
The ship is reacting to us, and the reactions are getting stronger.
What are you telling me? That this ship is alive?
I have such one thing to show you.
Oh my God!
It knows my secrets. It knows my fears.
Vacate. I want off this ship.
Can't leave.
She won't let you.
God help us.
Wow. There's a good trailer, huh? So let's start all over again. We had a little rough start there because I lost the link to the trailer, but I found it in time. We are talking about a haunted house movie in space. I didn't see this movie when it first came out in 1997. I just recently saw it for the first time, actually, and I really, really liked it. Heard a lot about it, but it wasn't anything what I expected. I was expecting more sci-fi, but this is a straight up horror movie. This is The Shining in space. This is the event horizon is a ship that's possessed. And evidently the director filmed 30 minutes more that were cut because the test audiences and the producer says, no, we can't show that. It was rough enough as it was, so I can't imagine what got cut, It must have been pretty bad. Maybe more visions of hell, if you will. Maybe more of the tortures of hell. Because that's basically what the warp drive engine, I forget what they call it in the film, did was it opened up a hole in another dimension, but that dimension was hell. And it was really creepy. It's got a great cast, Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill. The effects are surprisingly really good for 1997. I was very impressed by the space stuff. Sometimes you can see outlines when you go back that far, depending on the budget and all. But this holds up really, really well. This is not one of those movies I'm going to revisit over and over. That's for sure. It's a heavy. Nobody really gets out. it's not a feel-good movie. But it's scary, it's creepy, and it starts us off on our first day of 31 Days of Monsters with a new film that I have not seen, which is always fun. We have a bunch of those this year, and let's see here. I want to put this up just because if you missed the pre-launch show last week, this is the list. Where the hell did I go? Oh, here we go. Here's the list of movies that we're going to be running this year on the show. And Event for Horizons, let me blow that up a little bit. That's as far as it'll go, I guess. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's a little bigger. Hopefully you can see that. Screen capture it. If you follow me on X, it's pinned to my page on X as well. So you can, download it there. But we have a bunch of movies here that I have never seen. And it's going to be fun to visit. Like tomorrow, Innocent Blood. I'm really anxious to see this movie. I'm going to watch it this afternoon while I'm laying out pages of or laying out cover ideas for Chinu 77. I'm going to put this on. It's got vampires, it's got gangsters, and it's got John Landis directing it. It's got a good cast in it. It's a who's who of gangster guys, Chasm Palminteri, among others. So there it is. I'll leave it up for a little bit and you can screen capture it. If not, just go over to the X page and save it there. So let's see who is here. I know we have a lot of our returning friends here. Black Ice is in. He may not be present for the live stream. This dude having in the past year switched to the night shift, but I'm glad to be watching again this year, and I look forward to watching this evening. Also, I really enjoy the Eye of Ra. It was most assuredly worth the wait. Oh, glad to hear that, Black Ice. We aims to please. Where we're going, you won't need eyes to see. Yeah, that was a great line. That was so creepy. His eyes all cut out and everything. Chris Juliano is excited. Good. Dr. Mask's Retro Elixir. He says, hail. I was surprised I hadn't seen this before. Me too. Great cast and pretty good movie. Yeah, I mean, for what it is, it's a scare fest in space, which, that falls into that type of horror that I like, that I wrote with for the Chinu, which is what I call claustrophobic terror, where you have elements trying to get you and you've got nowhere to go. You're locked in, and space is obviously a great setting for that. You got nowhere to go. Dr. Mask also says he's got Hellraiser vibes towards the end. Crazy Cat, new trailer for the Netflix Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein just dropped today. Yes, it did. I watched it before I came on here, and I got it queued up. We're going to watch it together. I think this is the appropriate show for that. I cannot wait for this movie. I cannot wait. I'm praying that it comes to my theaters. It's in select theaters October 17th, I believe. And I'm hoping it's going to be, because I really want to see it on the big screen. Grifter says Event Horizon, great choice. Hello. A lot of the trailer focus. Crazy Cat, back to the Frankenstein thing. A lot of the trailer focusing on the Arctic scenes from the book that are not in most of the Frankenstein movies. Yeah. They had it in Frankenstein, the True Story, which we were talking about on the Bros last night, which was a 2-night miniseries from 1973 with Michael Sarrazin and one of Jane Seymour's first films. I always liked that one a lot. Stat Zero is here. He says, I want to say I first saw this flick around 13 years old. Shadowhawk. Oh, that's hello. JP Roca asks, what's good? Rob Fellows, greetings, all you monster kids returning from the tomb for another scare show of 31 days. Dr. Mask reminds all of you good monster kids to stop by Compass Comics and grab something for yourself or a friend like the Chinu or Joe Frankenstein. And while we're on that subject, and speaking of monsters, my latest and last of the Monster Island trilogy, Escape from Monster Island, is at the printers right now. But I reactivated the campaign for those latecomers, and it's going to be live until the printer says the books are done and they start shipping to me. So I overprinted somewhat so I can handle people coming in last minute for this and getting their copies. Good news is you won't have to wait that long because, as I said, they're at the printer. So if you haven't, there's a QR code right here on the screen. You can scan that with your phone, and it'll take you right to the campaign and get your Escape from Monster Island books now while you can. This is your last chance. Well, Man of War 665 Neighbor of the Beast has a 665 super chat. Thank you, Man of War. Hail Brave Souls, 31 fresh chances to unearth a hidden gem and 31 gut-clenching opportunities for Graham to demolish something you treasure. Yeah, that happens. I don't know if you guys saw my Superman movie review. Last time I looked, I think it was 137,000 views. And just like when I commented about Absolute Bane, the internet has lost their shit because I had an opinion. It's hysterical. I mean, Jesus Christ. I didn't like it, and for many, many reasons, which I articulated some of in the review. But people take it so darn personally. It's like, he doesn't like what I like, so he's a terrible person. What a loser. Who is he? What does he know about Superman? I only wrote and illustrated a graphic novel of him. And this isn't about being a fan of Superman. This is about storytelling, good storytelling, whether this is Superman or a screenplay of characters that never existed before. Storytelling is key. Tell a good story. Invest your viewers into who these characters are and their situations, and you can go a long way of selling whatever bullshit you want to sell if you make them care. And Superman doesn't do that. Anyway, that was the gist of it. And man, they went crazy. Same thing with the Absolute Bane. I had an opinion about a character I created, and 2.5 million views later, I'm still getting ragged on. Oh, yeah. What a world we live in. Stat Zero says, could have called this The Thing. See my Thing shirt? The Thing from Another Dimension. Come to think of it, that's a great title for a comic book. Let's see. JP Roca says, I did not see this one, but I remember at the time people saying it's scary. It is scary. It's creepy and scary. And it's, a little gory too. This was a lot like John Carpenter's The Thing in that it was pretty gory for the time it was made. Didn't get a following until later, just like The Thing. Yeah, this thing bombed at the box office. And just like The Thing, it became a, cultural icon. We have The Thing, by the way, coming up on October 5th with the John Carpenter version. Dragon Dancer found this movie a bit disturbing. I agree with that. That's why I say it's not a movie I'm going to revisit, Well, not often, at least. It was good, but yeah. There's no charm to it, if you will. Crazy Cat says, greetings, ghouls. Shadowhawk Talk says, woohoo, Graham. This movie fought against Copland, Air Force One, conspiracy theory, and conspiracy theory? Didn't have a chance. It did beat Spawn and George of the Jungle. Wow. Copland was great. I love that movie. Sylvester Stallone's best performance. It knows my fears. It knows my secrets. Gets inside your head and it shows you. Miller talking about the Event Horizon. Or perhaps Compass Comics. Perhaps. Dr. Mask rented this on YouTube. You can also see it on Paramount Plus. Tom Tuttle's Traveling Salvation Show. Thank you, Tom, for that $5 super chat. Welcome back, 31 Days of Monsters. Monsters today, monsters tomorrow, monsters forever. That's right, Tom. Every day is Halloween around here. My wife doesn't believe me, but I keep telling her. Yes, I want to put that Frankenstein toy up there. Right next to the Easter rabbit. Ms. Stippling says, I thought the movie was okay. The captain going down with the ship was predictable, but the ending was nice that some lived to tell the story. Yeah, it's not a feel-good movie or anything. It's not like my favorite movie, The Thing from Another World, where they vanquish the beast and win. Most people know Neil at this point for Jurassic Park, but he did some horror in the 80s. Yeah, he did that John Carpenter film, too, where he's the writer. That one was a freaky one, too. Can't remember what that one was called. Maybe somebody in the chat, a bigger John Carpenter fan will type and let us know. Loving that extreme close-up on your eye, Graham. Very avant-garde. On my eye. I don't get it. Oh, an anal pipe violation was one of the things cut. Can't believe they let that one get out. Rick662, 1662, likes my thing shirt. Yeah, these are great. I love this shirt. Nice and light, too. It's perfect to wear when you need to clobber somebody. Ms. Stippling wants to know if Stat Zero has found the cutscenes. I don't think they exist. According to what I read, that they were cut and they were on a VHS tape, and it might have degraded. I'm not positive about that. So, Stat, if you did find them, let us know. We'll show them. Oh, well, there we go. As I scroll down, that's the answer. There it is. In the Mouth of Madness. That's the Carpenter one I was thinking about. Thank you, Crazy Cat. And there's the link also if you don't have your phone handy to scan that QR code. Thank you, Dr. Mask. Is that the Japanese or American version of The Ring? I'm going to watch the American version. Man of War 665, from what I've heard, this falls in line with Michael Mann's The Keep, which, if I recall, you hated. I did. The true horror of both films, rampant studio interference. True enough. Yeah, I did The Keep some years ago, and yeah, I just did not like it. Conway Gritty. That's a great name. Space Hell, he says. Leg Kick 1 is at work. He's busy. Good. At least you're listening. Anthony Mark thinks it's a great way to start October with this movie. They're putting Frankenstein in theaters, so it's eligible for Oscar nominations. Good. I pray it's as good as it looks in the trailers. It's, it's a whole other animal, the trailers and how they're put together. But I really have high hopes for this just because he's sort of a visionary filmmaker, Guillermo del Toro. He likes horror, he loves horror, and his favorite is Frankenstein. And this is going to be kind of a mishmash of Shelley's book and the James Whale film. So, from what I've read, so I'm very, very, very hopeful and anxious to see this film. I'm going to the theater. If it's around, I'm going. I have to get the taste of Fantastic Four and Superman out of my mouth. Such poor filmmaking. Kino Reviews is here. He says hello to the chat. Hello, Kino. Good to see you back. Yeah. Movies today seem to be made for the TikTok audience. Low attention span. Yeah. And just like the TikTok audience that liked the Superman movie, it's a collection of scenes. There's not a great running narrative that strings it all together. You know, there's these cuts that jump back and forth, or these cuts that just jump from scene to scene. You're like, what just happened there? Chris Thacker is here, that Maine madman. Sup, Graham in chat. Hey, Chris. We got the grandbaby today, so your auction win, which is right here, by the way. Da, da, da. Chris won this on auction on CG Kings the other night. You know what? I'm going to take this down. If you guys have you've had plenty of time to screen cap it. Here's the sketch that Chris won on CG Kings the other night. Thanks to the great Bretsky, who was bidding for him. The reason I bring that up, Chris, is Julie will get that out to you tomorrow. We have the grandbaby today, so she's not going to be going to the office. Dr. Mass wants to remind everybody the next 2 movies on the list are on Tubi. There you go. Freebies. He was Damien in The Omen 2, the grown-up Damien. Yep. I'm catching up to you guys. Chris says, I need a pic of me in that shirt, having a stogie in the chair. That could happen. The only problem is I won't be able to light the stogie because it's down here in the studio, and I don't smoke in the house, and I'm not hauling it up the stairs. Rick says the Ring is creepy. Good. We'll be watching that soon. Stat Zero says that Anderson, the director, said there won't be an extended cut, and he won't do a sequel or prequel, so it doesn't take away from this movie. He probably had no intention of, because it took years for this movie to become popular. I have not seen the new Conjuring, but I'm a huge fan of the first one. Ink on Paper says, hail Graham, hail chat. Did you see the traveling Guillermo del Toro exhibit a few years ago of his horror and art collection? He had original rights in Frankenstein pages. Oh, no, I did not see it. It did not make it to Buffalo. Alien Earth is dog shit. I watched the first 2, possibly 3 episodes, and I bailed. Then friends of mine, well, Anna, that Star Wars girl, said, "Oh, you got to get to the 4th episode. That's when things get great." So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should watch it to the 4th episode. So I never got around to it. But then she came back on and told me after she's seen the ending, the final episode, just don't bother. It falls into woke nonsense. So I'm out. Bloody Drake is here. Anthony Gonzalez Clark. Hello, Anthony. What up, Graham? Hail, chat. Brett totally saved him. That's what friends are for. Well, maybe this will get people unexcited. Statistical 0, not a recommend unless you want xenomorphs in bright daylight behaving like puppies. That's what I had heard too. It has, and it will. It's actually, I'll announce it right here. It's going to be a variant cover. It's going to be a CG Kings sketch cover. That's what it's going to be called. It's going to have the CG Kings logo on it too. It's going to be really cool. Where can you watch the Cyclops? That one you should be able to stream on one of the freebie channels. I'm not sure. If you go to IMDb, usually it'll tell you where you can stream this stuff and check it there. Got a funny story about watching The Ring. I'll tell you next Garden State Comic Fest. You'll yank my man card, unfortunately. I'm just the guy to do it. Have I seen the new Event Horizon prequel comic from IDW? It's called Event Horizon Dark Descent. No, I hadn't even heard of it. Then I don't follow much of what IDW does. Chris Juliano says he loves the 31 Days of Monsters. We love you guys. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Dr. Mass says you can check the Internet Archive for Cyclops as well. Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is. Oh. So what? It's not that great a movie that the color is going to ruin it. But it's fun. You know, it's one of those 50 schlock films. I like to have some of those in here. So, hey guys, that's a great start to our series today. Oh, you know what? Before we go, we have to do this. We have to watch the Frankenstein trailer together. Are you ready for this greatness? What I want you to notice is the cinematography, the color use in this as well is amazing. So let's give this a whirl. Hopefully we won't get struck for it, but I mean, what the hell? I mean, I'm advertising for them. So.
My maker
Let me blow
taught
that up.
his tale. And I will tell you mine. I remember pieces, memories of different men. And I saw it. Your name. Victor Frankenstein. My creator harm you. If you are not to abort me, love, then I will indulge in rage. Now, run.
What do you think of that? That's pretty damn hot. It's back. Okay. Oh, I guess we had a little drop off maybe, but it's on YouTube. Go check it out yourself. It looks amazing. I can't wait for this thing. So, all right, guys. Tomorrow, what are we doing? We're doing Innocent Blood from 1992. Vampires meet gangsters. It should be a lot of fun. Hope you guys will tune in. We'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel, noon, Monday through Friday. And then the weekends are going to be, a little more flexible. So, again, if you're fresh to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you'll get the notifications, particularly on the weekend. You know it's going to be noon on the weekdays, but you don't want to miss it on the weekend. So make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button, guys. Help those algorithms for my channel. And for everybody that gave a super chat, thank you so much. And we will see you tomorrow at noon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.